All right, y'all, we are up here in York, Tennessee at Alvin C. York State Park, and we're visiting a cave that was once used here very heavily during the Civil War for saltpeter mining. So while this cave was mined for saltpeter during the Civil War, it was actually named in the early 1900s after a notable Sergeant, Alvin C. York, who fought in World War II. So his old home site is still here, and there's even a grist mill that's still on site over there that you can visit while here, but we're gonna go check out one of the caves on this property. Now I will say we do have permission to be here. There is a caving event going on nearby this weekend, and they arranged access with the park system to allow for cavers to visit here. So normally this cave is closed, so you can't always visit it, but if you do come here, make sure you have permission because it is on state land and it is normally closed.
I'm Mike Moser from Mount Juliet. I started caving at SERA 76. It was at B-Rock KOA.
Awesome.
What was
your first cave? You don't remember the name? It was at that event though.
It was in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. I went to high school at Webb, and so for fun we went caving. So
Yeah.
I guess I grew into a caver. I worked my way up from 2D cells to a wheat lamp.
Yeah.
Then we had carbide lamps. So I tell you, a wheat lamp's a lot better than a carbide lamp.
Yeah. Now we got LEDs.
Yeah. Boy. So Sergeant York, it's named after him.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a picture of Jesus in it. It looks at you when you walk around the room.
Yep.
Must be haunted.
Do we know who carved that Jesus or how long ago?
The rumor is it was the guy that
Billy Dean Anderson.
Billy D. Anderson, but I doubt it.
He was a preacher that became criminal.
Okay.
And he used to hold church in this cave.
Okay.
And believed he carved this thing in there for his congregation.
Well, we'll go check it out.
You can find Billy Dean Anderson on Wikipedia.
Billy D. We'll have to invoke his name.
He's like a local.
We can have a seance.
He's like a local Jesse James type figure. You know, he's a criminal, but he's a hero to the locals, a folk hero, I guess.
They sell his book at the country store.
So we're at a caving event, and this is what you call a cast of thousands, which just means a lot of people, but we're all here to have a good time. All right, we've made it up here to the pit. Woo, I feel some nice cool air blowing out of it. So somehow or another, during the Civil War, soldiers got down in this pit, or saltpeter miners, to mine for the saltpeter. Maybe they built a ladder. This cave is blowing so much air that wildlife beds down right here to take advantage of that cold air.
They wouldn't even teach you this.
Hoodlum. Preacher turned criminal, as it says. Preacher turned convict, and it said that he used to operate a church down in this cave where people would come and climb down this hole on a ladder. And it's about 30 feet. And then they would meet in this room that we'll see later over in the back. What are you doing, Jed?
Unwrap!
By now they would invent electric shoe or something else. You know,
Taking a trip down.
Oh, it's not too deep.
Jessica ain't been on roping over a year.
What? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I think it's only been like a week.
Where were we on roping? Oh, that's right. It was a tag. I forget.
Oh, let's turn the light on.
You know what?
Let's see, let's grab this end. This looks like a cave register. Let's see, has it even got any signatures in it? Maybe I'm looking at the wrong side of the book. Yep, sure am. Take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints, kill nothing but time. Oh, Mike Moser put this in here, August 4th, 2012, with Alan. And there is the entrance pit that I just came down. Very short pit. And then it comes down into this really large room. Oh, it looks like there's some big holes in the floor, maybe.
Where's the ladder to get out?
Got some really nice formations through here.
Okay, off-road.
Just walking around the entrance here. There's a really old piece of glass from an old bottle that was probably tossed in here at some point. Some type of bone. Hand for scale. And that would have been pretty brave to come down that on some type of old ladder. Some old wood right there with a hole in it. Could it have been part of it? Maybe. Here's a really long piece of a tree. Possible they could have even used something like that to get down in here. Like a pole, like a scaling pole. Check this area out. That's really cool. How those formations right there have formed.
There's enough light down here once your eyes adjust, believe it or not. Got my phone, an extra battery, and that's all I'm taking.
All right, let's go see what else we can find in this cave. Oh wow, that's really pretty. Wow, that's a gigantic formation over there too. Wow, that's really pretty. It's a really, really nice large formation right there. Oh, I already see a saltpeter vat right over there. Wow, look at all that. Bunch of little drip cups everywhere. Let's go check out the saltpeter stuff. So this whole area right here was mined extensively for saltpeter during the Civil War. You can actually still see one of the vats right here. So there would have been wood holding all of this in. There's actually still some pieces of wood left right there, probably from the mining operation. But they would have dug up all of this dirt. Those look like some pretty large vats right there too. There was another one right here, and then another one right there, and right there. There were over 20 saltpeter vats located inside this cave. But there is some wood left over right here. All of that's from the saltpeter mining. And right there. It's pretty unique to still be able to see these types of things in caves over 150 years later. A lot of history here. It's a pretty formation. Here's another log. This might have been used for something during the saltpeter mining, for it to have gotten all the way back here in the cave. There's some more wood. It's just rotting here in the cave. You can actually see what it's doing to the water right there. This is kind of unique. All these little bubble-looking formations instead of soda straws. It's like popcorn, cave popcorn. Look at that one right there. Oh, this is all really unique stuff here, this cave popcorn. This looks like some type of signatures, possibly. Carved in right there. And right there. There's a whole bunch of wood right here that has come off of this saltpeter vat. You can even see there's some wood still in there. A whole bunch of wood right there. We're gonna go this way. Is that you, Sharon? Yeah. There's a lot of pieces of wood in here.
Yeah.
Little pieces everywhere. It's super dry.
You could have done.
There's some more evidence from possibly torches in the cave. Look at that layer. That's really cool. Oh, wow. Look at this big flowstone. The color of it. It's probably 15, 20 feet tall. Pretty unique. Wow. More wood. There's some more signatures along the wall here. Wow, look at the signatures on that one. It says 1863. And there's even some more. Look at this one. 18. Is that a 3 or an 8? Look at the colors in here. Really cool, all the dark colors. Not something you see in all of our caves down in Marion County, Tennessee. Looks like a A bunch of more markings on the wall there, possibly from the saltpeter mining. Oh yeah, this is a big room back here. I think this is where they had the church. Oh, and here it is. We found Jesus. Are you ready to meet him? Because here he is. Wow. Somebody carved Jesus in this cave. So there's a bunch of signatures up above it as well. And it looks like some more signatures right there. Even here. Some more signatures up there. So this cave is only listed as being 2,000 feet long. Maybe 2,200. More signatures there. And then all up through there. 1896. There's some more wood from the saltpeters. There was a bunch of saltpeter vats in this room as well. It's all the wood. It's 1877. It's actually quite a few signatures all on this rock. It's so quiet in a cave. I guess they're all still back at the entrance. There's a big canyon down there. Looks like they dug a lot of this out right here in this room for the saltpeter mining operation. Ooh, interesting. Look at that pink on the ceiling. I don't know what causes that. It's not from the light. It's something natural in the limestone. If you know what it is, comment. Let me know what you think. All right, I'm gonna climb down here. Can we climb down here? Let's see. Yeah, I think we could go this way. There we go. So I just climbed down that right there. And then there are some more saltpeter vats over here. These ones are actually quite large. These were humongous. I mean, I'm 5 foot tall, and they are as tall as I am. And then there's a second one right there. You can tell all of this was dug out for the saltpeter mining. All that right there was dug out. And then there's the 2 large saltpeter vats. Pretty unique. Oh wow, there's a ton of bones on top of it. Let's go check them out. Wow. Lots of pieces of wood. And then all the bones right there. Not sure what kind of animal that would have been from. They kind of look like decent sized bones. But there's a ton of wood scattered on top of this too. Let's see where it keeps going. Still walking. Nice big cave passage. Dry. That's unique. Mud blocks. Hear a little bit of water dripping back here. Ah, here's where the water's dripping. That formation's actually kind of unique. All of the floor around it has been eroded away, and somehow it's still hanging there. I guess it's balancing on this side all of the weight. I think this might be where the cave dead ends. Possibly another saltpeter vat right there. Again, there was over 20 of those in this cave. It's like a sand floor. Oh, it is sand. Wow, what is that? I guess it was some type of flowstone that was probably formed by that at one point. This over here is really pretty too. That was gorgeous at one time. I think this is where it ends, y'all. It just starts getting too small. Formations again. Oh no, I was wrong. Let's see what we got here. Well, that's a pit. I can't get down there without a rope. Wow, there's even wood all the way back here. Look at the old nail in that one. Check this out where somebody broke off some formations. You can see the insides of them. There's another one right there. There's some more of that pink on the ceiling. And maybe a stoke mark. So I am back here by myself, so I'm going to see if I can set up a photo by myself. Check this out, y'all. Check out these formations. Just the color. It's like popcorn. Oh, here's some old signatures I didn't see coming in. All along the wall there. Not as old as the other ones. We're gonna go down here. There's another saltpeter vat down here with a lot of wood. So look at all this wood that's down here around this saltpeter vat. And again, these were done over 150 years ago during the Civil War. They mined this cave for saltpeter. Look at all that wood that came off of that saltpeter vat right there. They dug all that out. They dug all that out for this saltpeter vat right here. Wow, look, you can see where the wood was attached right there. You can even see the nails still in this one too. What a chore it was for them to bring all of this down into this cave and to do all of this saltpeter work, all of this mining. All right, I'm just going to start making my way back to the entrance now so we can climb out of here and go back to camp. All right, I'm getting ready to climb out of this pit, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this cave here in Tennessee. If you like my content, make sure you like and subscribe for more caving here in the heart of TAG, which is short for Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia. Unwrap! Ooh, feel the temperature change. All right, now off rope.